The scream of tires on gravel ripped me from sleep at 2:17 a.m. My heart pounded as I stumbled to the window, peering into the moonlit haze. A figure darted across my ranch's front fence, flashlight bobbing, spray paint hissing. Karen, HOA Karen, the tyrant of our rural subdivision, was defacing my property again. Her vendetta started when I refused to mow my wildflower meadow, a haven for bees. She'd sent fines, threats, even called code enforcement. Now she'd crossed a line, vandalizing my land in the dead of night. I grabbed my phone, dialed 911 and whispered, "Intruder on my property." Karen didn't know my son Ethan was home from college. At 19, he's a sharpshooting archer, nationally ranked, with a cool head and a legal permit to defend our land. I'd taught him restraint but also resolve. As I crept downstairs, I heard the soft creak of his bedroom door. Ethan was already at the porch, bow in hand, quiver slung over his shoulder. "Mom, I see her," he murmured, eyes locked on Karen's silhouette. She was scrawling "cut your weeds" in red paint, oblivious. My pulse raced, fear for Ethan, fury at Karen. I hissed, "Wait for the sheriff." But Karen's flashlight swung toward us and she froze, caught. Her voice cut through the night, shrill and unhinged. "You're violating HOA rules. I'm protecting property values." Ethan stepped forward, bow lowered but ready. "You're trespassing, Karen. Drop the can." She laughed, a brittle manic sound, and lunged toward the fence, paint can raised. That's when Ethan knocked an arrow, its tip glinting. "Last warning," he said, voice steady as steel. Karen's bravado cracked. She dropped the can, but not before spraying a final streak. Sirens wailed in the distance, red and blue lights flashing. But then a twist. Karen's husband Tom emerged from the shadows, camera in hand. "I'm filming this. You're threatening my wife," he shouted, spinning a narrative to paint us as villains. The sheriff arrived, a grizzled man named Delgado who knew Karen's history. He surveyed the scene, paint-smeared fence, Karen's flashlight, Tom's camera. "Karen, you're on private property at 2 a.m. with vandalism tools. Explain." She rambled about community standards, but Tom's footage backfired. His camera caught Karen's tirade, her spray painting, and her refusal to leave. Delgado cuffed her, reading her rights as she shrieked, "This is oppression." Tom, pale and silent, followed her to the squad car. Ethan lowered his bow, his hands trembling now that the adrenaline faded. I hugged him, whispering, "You did right." But Tom's camera left a chill. How many would believe Karen's twisted version? Karen's downfall was swift. At the hearing, her HOA reign crumbled. Neighbors testified about her bullying, fines for unpainted mailboxes, threats over kids' bikes. The judge, unmoved by her tears, charged her with vandalism and trespassing. Her plea for leniency fell flat when Ethan's coach, a surprise witness, vouched for his discipline and skill, confirming he'd acted within legal bounds. Karen lost her HOA presidency, her reputation shredded. Tom's footage, meant to save her, went viral online, sparking memes and outrage. She moved away, her dream of control shattered. Yet, I saw Ethan's haunted eyes stood tall but carried the weight of that night. Standing by our wildflower meadow, I watched bees dance in the dawn light. Ethan joined me, his bow retired to the garage. "Mom, was I too harsh?" he asked. I shook my head. "You protected our home, but you showed mercy. That's strength." We rebuilt the fence, planting more wildflowers to spite Karen's ghost. Her attack had tested us, but it forged us stronger. I learned courage isn't just facing a threat, it's choosing what to fight for. Ethan learned his skill could guard peace, not just win medals. Our ranch stood defiant, a testament to resilience. What do you think? Was Ethan's stand justified? Or did he go too far? Share your thoughts on right and wrong in the comments below.